Nilesh, welcome to the show. It's always a pleasure to have you. But then today we are going to talk about not your AMC strategy, but your strategy. And then the first up question to you would be, what was your first investment ever in life that you did?
When I was doing my articleship, that was in the early 90s. There was an adrenaline rush in the stock market in those days. And I not only put my savings, but also borrowed money to invest into the frenzy of stock market in the early 90s, hoping that I'll become rich overnight. Unfortunately, or fortunately for me, that ended in a disaster. I almost ended up losing all the money and I had to repay the debt.
Oh, so now in your entire investment journey so far, Nilesh, please tell us what was the best and worst investment decision that you took?
So, the best decisions I have taken are my investments, which I'm still holding on. I had invested in a couple of good companies, you know, maybe 25 years back, 20 years back, 15 years back, and I'm still holding on to them. The rising tide has lifted all those boats. As long as I was sitting in a as long as I was sitting in a boat which didn't have a hole, that worked out very well for me. The worst decision, fortunately for me, remains my first decision, where I leveraged and invested into frenzy. I paid a heavy price, but gained a valuable experience.
So, Nilesh, talking about the current market movement, please tell me how has your asset allocation been so far? You've made any changes recently?
So I have been following a not so disciplined asset allocation because of restrictions of my job, but I have diversified myself in equity, real estate, gold, fixed income. I'm largely an equity investor, but I have exposure in all the asset classes. I'm not able to move from one asset class to another as freely as I would have loved because of the restrictions of my job.
And what about rebalancing your portfolio? Have you been able to do that recently?
So, whenever I have to exercise my ESOPs, I have to liquidate some portfolio to buy ESOP. Other than that, my rebalancing does not happen because of the restrictions of my job.
So Nilesh, a lot of time we advise our viewers, investors to have a financial portfolio which is lined up, which is linked to their financial goal. So, what financial goal did you fulfill with your investment portfolio so far? Anything that you can share with us?
By the grace of God, I have attained financial freedom, and it's all because of the investment journey which I have carried out. In my parents' generation, we were their retirement solution. I'll recommend everyone that while your kids will definitely take good care of you, but please don't be dependent upon them. Secure financial freedom through disciplined investing.
All right. Now, looking at the equity markets, a lot of people have actually moved their investment towards fixed income portfolio. Currently, what is your exposure in fixed income? Do you have specific investment products when it comes to fixed income portfolio? What is it like now?
My fixed income portfolio is divided in tax-free bonds, debt mutual funds.
All right, that will be all. Thank you so much, Nilesh, for sharing the details of your investment portfolio. Always a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for joining in.